Hi, I'm Brock Maxwell.
Hi, I'm Mark Springborn.
Hi, I'm Callie Fleischauer.
All right, today we're here to talk to you about sleep. Why is sleep important? Why is it 8 hours of sleep? And these are the things that we will discuss today of why 8 hours of sleep is important.
We will be explaining this through facts from our research and through relating these facts to a real-life scenario.
So here's some questions for you.
Do you take sleeping pills?
How much sleep do you feel you get?
Do you booze before you go to bed?
Do you think you get enough sleep?
Do you change your sleeping habits?
Do you get 8 hours of sleep?
Or do you cut time?
For an exam, do you think it helps?
Do you get enough
Do you wake up at the same time every day?
or not enough? Do you sleep extra on the weekend?
Do you cut sleep to party?
Do you cut your sleep to get your homework done?
Do you sleep in on weekends?
Do you go to sleep at the same time every night? What happens when you drink before you sleep? Maybe you take sleeping pills, who knows? So why is sleep deprivation bad? What happens when you don't get enough sleep? Do you feel sicker when you don't get enough sleep? How does your immune system react? Do you lose the ability to focus?
How does Mary's lack of sleep correlate with her social life falling apart? How does Mary's lack of sleep correlate with her mental well-being falling apart? How does Mary lacking sleep affect her schoolwork?
What can Mary do to improve her sleep?
Sleep deprivation is not getting an adequate amount of sleep to support adequate daytime alertness. 70.6% of college students report getting less than 8 hours of sleep per night, putting them in the category of being sleep deprived, just like me. Students rank sleep deprivation as second only to stress as factors that negatively impact their school performance. Your circadian rhythm helps you regulate your sleep and wake patterns, and at our age, our circadian period is just a little bit longer than that of a middle-aged person, which allows for us to go to bed later. Alcohol also plays an important factor in college students' sleeping habits. About 4 of 5 students admitted to drinking at some point in college. Alcohol makes you want to go to bed sooner, but then fragments your sleep throughout the night. Along with the outside factors that can hinder our sleep, we also have the possibility of genetic sleeping disorders. These medically diagnosed disorders aren't usually as common in people our age, but if you do get diagnosed with a sleeping disorder, then you'll have problems getting adequate amounts of sleep, even if you don't have any of the outside forces working against you. Naps are also a great way to fight sleep deprivation. Naps at certain times of the day and that last a certain amount of time have been proven to improve cognitive and performance-related tasks. Although there are studies that have proven that some naps that last too long, or maybe you take them too late at night, are also known to screw up your sleeping pattern, which is not good.
So the important part of deep sleep is called the REM sleep cycle. And this is our sleep cycle that's most important to especially a college student because this is where our brain reanalyzes the information that we learned in class that day. Basically what our body does during sleep is it rejuvenates itself and it gives itself a time to relax. When someone is sleep deprived and they don't have this time to relax, this is where you run into problems with your immune system not working correctly because it's more likely for it to become inhibited. And this is called psychosomatic illnesses. This is where you'd have high blood pressure or you'd get a cold easier than you would on a normal day. Aside from REM sleep cycles, there's also a sleep cycle called a slow wave cycle. This is what comes out in your sleep when you use things like sleeping pills or tranquilizers or even alcohol brings this out. You get a longer sleep wave cycle, which is more of the restorative part, but this isn't good for college students who need to learn new information because this isn't where your brain goes over all the new information that you learned that day to help you remember it. When you get an adequate amount of sleep, which is about 7 to 8 hours of sleep for us college students, you go through the deep REM cycle at the end of your sleep. And this is something you only get about your 7th or 8th hour of sleep. As you can tell from our story, Mary learned a lot from her sleeping habits. She learned to get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. By getting better sleep, she was able to remember things from her classes more, so she got better grades. Her stress level went down probably immensely, and she got her social life back.
So as you can see, Mary changed a couple things that were affecting her sleep, such as she stopped drinking alcohol as much. She took more frequent naps at the right time and for the right amount of time. She was not diagnosed with a sleeping disorder, so she didn't have that to blame. She knew what she was putting into her body and what she was doing to her own body was affecting her sleeping habit. Eventually, everything that she was doing caught up to her and kicked her ass. She stopped cutting sleeping time to study and to go out with her friends, and that really helped her catch back up. Started going to bed at the same time. She started waking up at the same time, and both at healthy times, not 2 a.m., going to bed at 2 and waking up at 5. Really helped her circadian rhythm get back on track and really kind of stabilize her whole body.
And that brings us to the conclusion of our today's story about Mary and her sleeping habits. You are being presented this story by me, Mark Springborn, Brock Maxwell, and Kelly Fleischauer.
Thank you.
Kelly Fleischauer. Our overlying message today is that sleep is important. Make sure you get enough sleep. If you'd like to learn more information about sleep deprivation and the importance of sleep, see our links below.